Do you know what it can cost to own a puppy for life? It's a little bit complicated to get an exact answer on, but it's well worth exploring because it's surprisingly expensive. In this video, you're going to find out roughly what it costs to own a puppy for life. And you're also going to find out about one little thing that you can do that will not only give you a lifetime of enjoyment, but could save you money too. Let's keep going. It can be a little bit difficult to get an exact idea of what a puppy will cost because of the number of variables involved. But when you look at all the data of different sized dogs and how long they live and ancillary services that people use, the answer of what a puppy will cost for life comes back as this. How long is a piece of string? Let's go find out. So how long is a piece of string? Well, it depends. There's quite a few variables to consider. Size is a major factor. Larger dogs don't live as long as smaller dogs, but they cost more to buy things for. Smaller dogs live for longer, but they're less expensive to maintain. So to give us a baseline, this piece of string is 12 years long. That's the average life of a medium-sized dog like Shanty over here. So now we have a baseline of time, 12 years. To that we can add costs for these different areas of expense. Healthcare, feeding, equipment you need to buy and training you need to do, which is the thing that will save you money and give you the most joy at the end of the day. If we add these average costs in over a period of 12 years, we get to an outstanding total of over $20,000, and that's if your dog lives for 12 years. I hope Shanty will live for longer than that. My last Kelpie was with me for 15. So you can add another $2,000 a year, $6,000 to the overall cost, and you're closer to $30,020. Now bear in mind, I have not included these items. The cost of your puppy, pet insurance, daycare or grooming, and dog walking services. And I also haven't included damage to property. What does a new sofa cost? What do half a dozen new pairs of shoes cost? All right, let's break down this overall total so you know what expenses you can expect to spend, when and why. Let's go. Along here we have costs in thousands of dollars. Note year one is around $3,000 to $4,000. As we go along this bottom axis, that represents time from early life to midlife and then to later life. Note in later life, costs also are high. Healthcare costs are much higher than average because you need to take care of things like desexing, getting your vaccinations up to date, microchipping, and you should really budget for at least 3 visits to the vet for common puppy ailments to do with ears and eyes and skin and possibly even UTIs. You have a very high level of equipment cost in the first year because you need to get set up with your puppy pens, your crates, your bowls, your leads, your collars, your toys and all your other puppy paraphernalia. Costs drop a lot in subsequent years. Food and treat budget will always remain pretty stable. I spend about $1,000 a year with Shanty because I give her bones and meat and vegetables and eggs and other yummy things. Now, your education costs are very small compared to everything else, and they will be the lowest cost of your puppy's life, and they will give you the most enjoyment for their entire life, assuming you do your training in early life. In midlife, we can expect many costs to drop. Our healthcare budget should now be down to around $500 a year to cover annual vaccinations, flea, heartworm treatments, etc. Our food and treat budget should remain fairly stable for our dog's life, and that's kind of relative to what you give your dog. Our equipment cost will drop from $1,000 a year to about $100 a year, but that kind of depends on how many toys you buy for your puppy. Now, our education costs should now be zero. Assuming you did your socialisation and your training early in life, you should now be enjoying your puppy immensely. And if you didn't, you probably could enjoy them a little bit more than you are. Shanty's 4.5 and she just cost me an extra $500 over and above her normal expenses. My last dog, Zach, who's with me for nearly 15 years, had knee problems, needed an operation in this time of his life, another minor operation in this time of his life, and in his later life, another knee operation, as well as his normal costs in later life increasing. In later life, everything should remain pretty stable, but the one thing that will probably change the most are healthcare costs. You never know what things may await your puppy as their health deteriorates as they get older. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this video useful, and I hope it will help you work out what your puppy might cost you. I really hope your biggest takeaway from this is this one little simple thing. The little thing that you spend on your dog in their whole life can give you the most value. And that thing is training. If this $100 represented the entire cost of your puppy, this 50-cent coin would represent your investment. That's about 3 to 5% of the overall cost. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.